Hello everybody, it's your boy NoukonNeko, your perfect virtual freelance friend. Very good vibes. So today we're here on Genshin Impact to continue doing the event story. I haven't streamed since like a whole week. I was actually supposed to, I was like trying to stream yesterday, but yesterday I noticed the weather was looking pretty bad. Like my lights were flickering, so I kind of opted out. Probably not a good idea to try stream. If I did, then there was a good chance that I would have there would be complications with the stream. So that's why I didn't stream yesterday. But I feel like even if I didn't stream yesterday, still have plenty of time to do all the stuff I need to do in Genshin. So I think we still should be fine. I think as long as I manage to finish the story today, then I'll be mostly on track. Yeah, when I talk about festival, I'm talking about the Enchanted Tales of the Mikawa festival, which already did all the mini games on the last stream. So I think it's literally just 2 more parts of the story left, and then we're really mostly set. Forget that there's also this that I need to worry about too. So we'll do that, and then probably hit this one next, and that'll be the plan. Oh, actually, hold up. Maybe the character starter might have to wait, because I think, yeah, this one's actually ending sooner, so maybe I'll actually do Spirobus Imaginary Theater tomorrow, assume that I get the event done. Or I might be even able to get Spirobus done today, depending on how fast I do the events. But again, it all depends how fast this event will go, so I think the sooner I start it, the better. So let's go. Okay, we did that. We're now on this one, on the second night. First night was all a game trial. Trying all the games that everybody made. So wonder what's next.
Huh. Doesn't look like Miko is around here anywhere. Paimon doesn't see Ayato or Ayaka either. Are we too early? Didn't Ayato say he prepared lodging for everyone at the shrine?
He did.
Did you hear? Someone encountered a doppelganger here last night.
A doppelganger? You mean like a doppelganger of themselves? Or someone they know?
You know what they say. Anyone who sees their doppelganger will be replaced by them within 3 days.
That's just a folktale. It's not real.
Doppelgangers? That's a common folk tale in Inazuma, isn't it? Ever heard of it, Traveler?
That's not just in Japan. I think that's actually the thing I heard in real life too. Where if you meet someone that looks like you, usually something bad happens to one of them. So, yeah, so I kind of know the gist of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty famous one, huh? A friend being replaced by a complete stranger? Also, the timing is a bit too coincidental, don't you think? Could it be related to what we saw last night?
Oh yeah, I forgot the end of the first day. We got attacked by the samurai, right? Was it an illusion?
The whole doppelganger thing sounds kind of like what Sayu was talking about with Bunshin Phantasm. Maybe something went wrong with Kichiboshi's powers? Well, thinking about it isn't going to get us anywhere. Why don't we go check on Sayu's team? Huh? They're not here yet.
Maybe they're still asleep?
Well, if it is Sayu we're talking about, it's definitely possible. Oh, someone's coming. Weird. Is he here to work on the equipment? But he doesn't look like any of the workers we saw yesterday. And it doesn't seem like he's here for the games.
What's he up to?
He snuck away again. Do you think he might be...
Let's follow him and see what he does.
He's constantly looking back. Paimon's calling it now. Something fishy is going on.
Don't jump to conclusions. Let's keep watching.
Good point. He could be on his way to meet someone. Let the hunter become the hunted.
Reporting back, ma'am. Nothing suspicious to note at the Bunshin Phantasm booth. It's possible there's no connection to the incident from last night.
Oh, it's more like they're doing their own investigation. Let's see. Did you find any other clues? That's Sara, by the way. So they work for the Tenryo Commission? I think that's what it's called. They're pretty much like the police of Inazuma.
Sara?
And that's the detective behind us. Ah, good morning, you two.
Hey, Zo! What's going on here?
I was wondering who was daring enough to sneak up on one of our detectives. Maybe I should have expected it to be you. I guess that makes us the haunted. So the Tenryo Commission on the case. NoukonNeko? Paimon?
Forgive me, ma'am. I have failed as a detective. I did not realize someone was on my tail.
Considering NoukonNeko's skill, fault's not with you.
So, what's going on? What are you investigating? Must be serious if Heizo's involved.
Well, about that, hehe. Unfortunately, my orders prevent me from sharing that information with you.
Huh? What orders? You really can't tell us anything?
Sara and Hazel are hesitant to divulge information. There's only one person who could be responsible. Those orders came from the Shogun, don't they?
An astute observation, traveler. Tell him the truth.
Shogun?
What? The Shogun is here?
No. I believe this is A.
You recognized me with a single glance?
Shogun. We still haven't completed the investigation.
It matters not. I am certain the person standing before us is our friend, the traveler. His gaze, his presence, his mastery of several types of elemental energy. There is no mistake. And we need his help.
Yeah, I guess if a doppelganger replaced me, they still probably wouldn't have the ability to control all the different elements, right? Understood. An investigation team was sent to survey a piece of land. Yesterday, the Tenryo Commission received a report the team was found unconscious in the field. Not only that, the group appeared to have become trapped in an endless nightmare, unable to wake up.
No, please! Stay away!
We detected intermittent traces of yokai power from where they were found. We followed the traces and ended up here, just outside the festival grounds. Oh, are they investigating Mizuki?
What?
Should we call off the festival? Unfortunately, it's not that simple. You heard the rumors about the doppelgangers, right? Yes? We suspect the culprit has the ability to change form, allowing them to spread misinformation at will. We have already infiltrated the festival grounds. If we call off the festival, we may give them a chance to escape amid the chaos. Even the slightest movement will alert them. Locking down the festival grounds could provoke them to attack, which would endanger the public. That's why this is all being done in secret.
You're right. That's a big risk.
The purpose of this festival is to bring humans and yokai together. We cannot allow the culprit to endanger anyone.
But what if they attack again? A very valid concern. Last night, we dispatched a group of soldiers to the festival grounds and they remain undercover to keep an eye on things. We also blocked off several nearby roads under the pretext of constructions, so we can keep the civilian away as much as possible. Even the mighty Shogun has taken it upon herself to patrol at the area all night.
Fortunately, no one else has been harmed.
Thank you.
Ah, so the thunder we heard was you!
I apologize for our feelings, Shogun. You should not have had to intervene.
On the contrary, it was my decision. I was unable to capture the culprit last night, so I left to discuss a plan with Miko. I did not show myself once I saw you were safe, and for that, I apologize.
Speaking of Miko, where is she?
She is investigating the trace of yokai power found at the scene. Though it fades in and out, it never strays from Mount Yogo.
Which means if the culprit infiltrated the festival grounds, they must still be nearby. The only people close to the grounds last night were the staff and the contestants staying at the shrine.
Miko is working with the Kamisato siblings to verify the identities of the staff members. They should be done soon. As for the contestants, that inquiry must be performed by someone else.
Is that why you need my help?
The Tenryo Commission is too conspicuous. But as the judge of the competition, you can ask questions without arousing suspicion.
Okay, so you need us to talk to the teams and see if there's an imposter among us?
Oh, this is like Among Us then?
Precisely. Traveler, I understand these people are your friends, and it puts you in a difficult position. But if one of them has indeed been displaced by a yokai, they could be in grave danger.
I understand. I'll do my best.
Thank you. I truly hope the situation is not as grave as it seems.
What are you guys gonna do next? Continue to investigate from a distance?
Well, there's only so much we could learn that way. So I think we need to find a way to slip onto the ground. It's better for us to be at the scene if something goes wrong. Fear the Shogun's far too revere a figure for that. If she arrives at the grounds, it will suddenly cause a stir.
Worry not. Miko and I discussed that issue. She claims to have a plan. The preparations are underway as we speak.
One of her genius plans, huh?
Somehow, scheme seems more accurate.
Indeed. If you learn any details of said plan, I would like to know what I'm getting myself into.
Still beholding illusions. Wonder if the boss was already there, like replaced one of the characters we...
Okay, so where do we start? We need to ask questions to figure out if there's an imposter, but we can't arouse suspicion. Oh, looks like Sayu's team is already here. Well, guess we'll just play it by ear.
Alright, I guess we'll talk to Sayu first.
So tired. I don't feel rested at stay up even later than me? Weak.
Kuchibushi. That's not a nice thing to say to a friend. Sayu's probably just tired because she came up with all the ideas yesterday. You need a break, Sayu? I can start thinking about the ending stages in the meantime. It's been forever since we've done something fun together. We need to have enough energy to enjoy it.
Oh, it's okay. I can push through. Sayu and Yoimiya seem the same as ever. Kichibushi too. How should we test them?
Let's ask about the past.
Oh, good idea! Doppelgangers only mimic appearances. They wouldn't know about someone's past. Let's give it a try. White fur, yellow fur! Yeah, well, the Traveler's judging this thing, so we can't slack off, right?
Sorry, hold up. I feel like my PC is having some issues. I'm trying to see if there is anything that shouldn't be running. Okay, maybe that will probably be a little bit more better. Pretty much, it seems like there was a little bit of Withering Waves still running after doing my dailies earlier today. Even though the game was closed, saw the process still there. Anyways, let's continue.
Yeah, if the people in charge are here early, that usually means there's been some kind of emergency. Oh, no, it's just... The Traveler really wanted to see you.
How does this happen? Seriously, Paimon? Oh, why?
Well, it's... your game! Playing your game yesterday? Brought up a whole bunch of old memories. So we wanted to come early to reminisce about old times. You know, because you might be busy later and stuff.
Not that convincing, Paimon. This is what happens when you let Paimon do all the talking. What kind of excuse is that? They're busy now. Yeah, it's not like it's been that long and long enough for something to be reminisce.
White fur acting super strange.
Time to change the topic. Oh, I was just thinking about the... Is there an ambush order? Pilgrimage changing? Wait, I'm trying to remember. Their game is the Doppelganger game. Or not Doppelganger game, but Shadow Clone game. Yeah, I guess we'll go with the pilgrimage training.
Had fun with yellow fur. We went so many places together. Snowy Mountain, Coals, Outcore, Big.
Forgot that was an event. We traveled with these guys before in the past. Wow, you traveled to all those places together?
Orange fur come with next time?
You betcha. You should come too, Sayu. If you can find the time, of course.
Would we have to walk there?
She doesn't like walking. Nope. You just sit on the boat and listen to stories. We'll be there before you know it. Meow. Are you like Meow from Pokemon? Meow, that's right. You can nap on the boat too. And let's let the waves rock you to sleep. Sally's probably down for that.
Really?
As long as Storm not mad.
Hey, it's not like Dvalin's the one behind every single gust of wind.
After that, you share many more memories together. Oh shoot, where did the time go? We have so many levels to design today.
Oh, we should get out of your hair then. Good luck, everyone.
Bye, Wafer. Bye, Yellowfur. Come back and play.
They seem normal to me.
Wow, we've had so many adventures, huh? You don't even realize it until someone brings up the past.
Do you still remember the original meaning of our journey?
Oh yeah, totally. It was, what was it again?
I figured.
Anyway, Paimon didn't pick up on anything suspicious from that team. If anything, we were the weird ones forcing conversations and stuff.
And whose fault is that?
Okay, so maybe it wasn't the best strategy. Leaning into the judge angle is probably a safer bet. Let's ask about the creative process behind the game and confirm their identities that way. Paimon saw Toma's team show up just now, so we can investigate them next.
Oh. If they replace one of the kids, will I even know that? Because I feel like I wouldn't know the kids that well. But, I mean, I haven't interacted with Toma for a really long time, so...
Hey,
we'll see.
We were hoping to learn a bit more about the philosophy behind your game. Is now a good time?
Ah, looks like our judges are hard at work this morning.
Feel a soft bee?
Oh, Boss can explain that one.
Boss and Shose were up super late last night coming up with ideas.
And he's back at it this morning, as energetic as ever. Boss is the best.
Well, I don't deserve that much praise, but when it comes to the talking part, I guess I'm the best person to answer your questions.
Time for an interview.
Where does Paimon get these glasses? Ask away, judges. Well, what do you think is the most interesting aspect of your game? Did you design this game with anyone in mind? Well, from a design standpoint, we want it to be a game for everyone.
Not so fast. Everyone isn't an answer. You need to be more specific about your target audience.
Ah, you're absolutely right. Then allow me to revise my answer. Our target audience includes growing children ages 0 to 18.
Makes sense. Kids need a little exercise here and there.
Second would be active adults, ages 18 to 40.
Right. Adults have more stamina, so they can get more out of the game.
Next would be older adults, ages 40 to 60, especially those in need of exercise.
Older adults. Exercise is important for healthy aging, but something feels off about this.
Finally, we have elderly people who are still full of life. That should be 60 to 1,000 age range. I mean, I feel like this is such a physical game that they may have trouble. Wait, 1,000 age range? That's already sus already.
Ah, okay. Wait. That includes everyone!
Because, like, humans don't last to 1,000, right? Not in this world. Aha, well, we can't forget about the yokai, right? This game is for humans and yokai alike, after all.
But not for Ioroi.
Because he's trapped in a statue, I guess? Besides, you seem to agree with each group, Paimon. Unless you intend to change your tune.
Next question.
You're asking questions and Toma answers faultlessly. So there you have it. Hope you answer your questions, judges.
Whoa, not a single stumper.
Impressive. Never underestimate a housekeeper. Well, I'm sure the interview is only one part of the evaluation process. We'll see what you think when you play the game yourself. Which reminds me, you should probably get back to work. I should probably get back to work on the stage. Want to give it a try when we're done? It would be my pleasure. Technically, I'm already done though. In that case, let's get to it.
Yes, Boss Toma.
Well, Toma's answers were all very genuine. Paimon didn't notice anything un-Toma-like about them. Plus, he was with Shosei until late last night. If you think about when we saw the nightmare creature, the timing doesn't match up. Hozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting weird. So, we're back at square one. That just leaves Kokomi's team, right? Guess we should check them out.
Yeah, I guess.
Huh? White fur and yellow fur are here early.
You're here alone? Huh. Where are Kokomi and the others?
Don't know about Great Yokai, but Soul Lady is behind you.
Huh?
Soul Lady? Oh, as in Soul of the Deep. Okay. Wait, did you say behind us?
You have questions for me, I presume?
Kokomi! A little warning next time!
Sounds like you already know why we're here. Yes, I heard about the doppelganger incident. When I saw you around the venue just now, it wasn't hard to connect the dots. As for what you want to know... Energy.
Energy? Oh! The numbers you write in your diary!
In a tree? Dry berry?
Wait, did I know this? I don't remember this. Does she know we saw her diary? Ahem.
Oh, sorry.
So we can leave it there, right? You don't need to ask any more questions, I would imagine? Yep. All good. As for Ganbu Goban, he was in the shrine all night. I can't imagine he's the criminal you're searching for.
Yobu Goban is a criminal?
No, of course not! You're in the clear.
In the clear. Is good?
Very good.
Good.
What about Mizuki? Where did she go?
She left after receiving a message in the middle of the night. Looking back on it, perhaps it's related to your own investigation. As she left, I heard her whisper under her breath, ordering me around in the middle of the night. Who does she think she is? Miko? She probably needed an expert on nightmares to help formulate a strategy. Well, I guess this also confirms Mizuki's identity.
Something tells me a certain someone is missing me.
Huh? Miko and Mizuki!
Hello, traveler. Paimon.
Did you finish your work?
Yes, I left the rest to the young fellow from the Kamisato clan. At least for now, there's nothing suspicious to note.
That means the culprit didn't manage to sneak in. That's a relief.
Just like that, you let down your guard? And all it took was for me to wear her face.
Saying it was Miko this whole time.
It's you!
It's probably her just playing a trick on us, though. If you keep joking like this, I want my 30% of the profit.
Oh, greedy little thing. I thought we agreed on 20.
Making a joke like that. You're the only one in Inazuma who would do that.
Oh, it's getting harder and harder to tease you, traveler.
Can you stop with the teasing then? Even I'm reaching my limit.
500 years and you're still not used to it? Sounds like you need more practice.
At least spare me for the day. I can't take the mental torment right now. I'm running on fumes.
So, what did you do last night?
Investigated the Shogunate officials' nightmares, analyzed the traces of yokai power around Mount Yogo. Oh, and worked on some new game stages, of course.
Oh, all that?
Right?
Well, I didn't want someone to ruin the Mikawa Flower Festival. But I also wanted to do my best for my part of the festival. Besides, I've talked to many patients who worked multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Compared to that, complaining about one night of hard work is a little unreasonable, don't you think?
Even so, I think you should take a break, Miss Mizuki. Konbu and I can handle the game development in the meantime. I learned a lot yesterday. I'm sure you can handle a few design elements while you go get some rest. We can't have our lead developer out of commission. I'm not confident I can bring our vision to fruition on my own.
You're very persuasive, Kokomi. It would seem you also have a talent for clinical psychology. I'll leave it to you two then.
Sweet dreams!
Mizuki goes to rest, a little unsteady on her
Mizuki really
feet.
cares about the festival, huh? She's putting so much pressure on herself.
Perhaps she's reminded of the festivals of the past when I was just a kid, and Mizuki a young Baku. We would rush past the other yokai, desperate to get the first piece of fried tofu from the ramen stand. It would seem she hasn't forgotten, even after 500 years.
Sounds like you haven't forgotten either.
You know, there's something to be said for knowing when to keep your mouth shut, little one. Well, enough about the past. We must focus on the matter at hand.
But you didn't notice anything suspicious, right? That should mean the culprit didn't sneak in.
That's one possibility. The other is that the culprit's transformation is even more convincing than we imagined. In that case, we need a detective with a more professional skill set. Or we need to find a way to provoke them and get their facade to crack.
But that sounds dangerous.
If the culprit is deep in disguise, a slight provocation won't completely expose them. What we need is to create reasonable doubt. Make the culprit question whether their cover is blown. As they hesitate over whether to make some kind of last stand, that is our chance.
So, how do you plan to provoke them?
Oh, A didn't tell you? Allow me to show you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Mikawa Flower Festival, it is my honor to announce an esteemed guest from Tenshukaku has agreed to take part in this year's festival.
Oh, right in. That's how.
Please welcome Her Excellency, The almighty Narukami Ogosho, god of thunder.
It's the Shogun. The almighty Shogun. Is he here in person?
So this was your plan, Miko?
Well, not bad, right?
Wow, that was quite the entrance. Paimon can't believe she agreed to that.
The almighty Shogun's presence is bound to cause a stir. Instead of struggling to maintain a low profile, it's better for her to step in the open, which is true. And it means a detective can sleep in the venue along with the retinue without turning any heads at all. It's true, because if the Shogun's there, then why wouldn't the security team be, right? In the presence of the Shogun, not even the most cunning criminals can let down their guard. Their every move needs to be faultless. Yeah, I guess I'll be nervous if someone that important is there that like cutting you in half at any time. The more you focus on getting one thing right, the easier it is for the rest to become cracks in the glass. So that's what the Miko wants us to take advantage of. And she's using the almighty Shogun as bait. The Lady Guji is daring as ever.
Why didn't you clue us in earlier? We wasted all that time asking pointless questions.
Your intel is very useful, actually. Don't know how things will unfold, but I have a feeling the truth will be revealed soon. In the meantime, stick with the Shogun. NoukonNeko, we need everyone focused on her. I'll do my best. Alright, under my command, the Tenryou Commission will remain on high alert. If anything goes wrong, report back to me at once. After that, we surveyed each stall just like yesterday. His presence definitely caused a stir, but it didn't take long for the festive atmosphere to return. It's almost like a date with A. Maybe a day will come when A can leave Chushikaku, and it won't be out of the ordinary. Yeah, I feel like everywhere she goes, she's gonna bring a lot of attention to her. For many different reasons.
Another day of hard work. Where did the time go?
It's pretty much like a date. A date can be hard work, I guess.
Shogun, glory to your everlasting reign! Welcome.
This stall looks familiar. Yet it would seem the ownership has changed hands.
Is this our suspect right here?
You must be thinking of Tomoki. He wasn't feeling well today, so I'm filling in.
I mean, but at the same time, I guess anybody wouldn't be that comfortable talking to the Shogun like that easily either, so yeah, maybe he's just nervous.
I see. Yet, you remind me of someone. A Doshin from the Tenryou Commission.
What are you looking at, eh?
Yeah, well, he's just acting so suspicious though.
The food offerings. Although this vendor seems...
The vendor is giving me a plating look. Judging from his cooking skill, it almost seems like his first day on the job. Hey, he's Working.
Working? Ah. I see. I appreciate your dedication, sir.
Of course. It's an honor to serve such esteemed guests.
No need for formalities. I'll take 3 orders of dongo milk.
Right away.
3 orders? So Paimon gets one too?
Yes. I wanted to thank you for accompanying me. Without you by my side, I imagine the people here would be on edge even now. I have my reasons for being here, of course, but I would hate to tarnish the festive atmosphere.
This festival is for everyone, including you.
Indeed. The Mikawa Flower Festival. Hundreds of years have passed since I last partook of the festivities. Much is different this time. The people, the place, the games. Yet, the name endures, and the joy of celebration along with it. I suppose that, in itself, is a form of eternity.
Traveler, Paimon. And the almighty Shogun?
She just found out about this just now?
Oh, Mizuki! Looks like you got some much-needed rest.
Yume Mizuki. Thank you for your aid earlier.
Of course. I'm always willing to help. It's my duty. I wish I could have dispelled the nightmares, but this situation is uncharted territory for me.
Even so, relieving the pain of the nightmares is no small feat. You honor the legacy of the Yumeku Ippaku.
So not even Mizuki could fix it? What's going on with this nightmare creature?
Let's save the difficult questions for later. Actually, I came here to ask you something. Want to come to the Isa bathhouse with me? Most of the contestants will be there. Oh, and don't worry about payment. It's my treat.
The hot spring trip?
Yes, let's go!
You want us to go to the hot springs now?
Well, game development isn't easy. Most of the contestants are exhausted and could use a break. You've been under a lot of pressure yourselves with the investigation and all, so I thought you might like to join.
Of course we would! Right, Traveler?
I will remain here. I rarely have time away from Tenshukaku, and I would like to continue perusing the stalls.
Aw, that's too bad.
Then I'm not going either.
I almost forgot. Miko wanted to talk to you, Traveler. I'll take you to her first.
Oh? Well, why don't we all go?
Almighty Shogun, your dongo milk is ready.
Oh, delicious.
I almost forgot about those.
No need, Shogun. Miko just had some quick things to go over with the judges, that's all. You and Paimon can wait here. We'll only be a minute.
Be right back. Oh, I wonder why we're leaving Raiden behind.
Now we can talk freely.
Miko doesn't need to see me, does she? You needed to talk to me in private. Why?
I think something's off with the Shogun. You've been with her the whole day. Have you noticed anything?
Something off? No? Well, yeah, she seems troubled.
Exactly. You noticed too.
Something did seem off with A today. Maybe she's not used to leaving the Tenshukaku? Or was it the reaction of the crowd? Like, I'm like thinking, there's no way A could be the imposter, right? That would be such a feat for an imposter to do. No, we've been through so much. Something so trivial wouldn't shake her. She must be keeping something to herself.
I've witnessed a lot of cases where patients, for a variety of reasons, are unwilling or unable to seek help. Unfortunately, that only exacerbates the problem.
So she somehow knows something.
Until their emotions become so heavy, even the strongest of people collapse under the weight. I see those warning signs in the Shogun.
So even the Archons aren't immune to emotional strain?
Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy.
I understand.
Anyway, the quickest route to curing the mind is through the heart. That's where you come in, Traveler.
As a clinical psychologist, isn't that where you come in?
Approaching someone in a professional capacity often makes them more guarded. But don't worry, you'll still have my help.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like if you try to help somebody when they didn't ask for it, yeah, they're gonna be guarded. Especially if you're the person that usually have the skills to help them in the first place, right? It's probably okay to help them when they ask, but it's definitely hard to kind of push it when they didn't.
Here, with these 2 special coupons, you can get into Isa Bathhouse after closing. Then, this is what you're gonna do.
Finally, you're back! Paimon's had 2 servings of Dango milk already!
Sorry for the wait. It sounds like the Traveler has other plans, Paimon. So we'll head to the bathhouse on our own.
Huh? You're not coming?
I'll explain later. Just have fun.
Okay. Paimon will bring you back a hot spring egg!
That sounds good. Bye.
There is no need to stay behind on my behalf. If you leave now, I'm sure you can catch up.
Something tells me you chose to stay behind on our behalf.
What makes you say that?
You want everyone to relax. You don't want people to be on edge because of you.
If my presence makes them nervous or impedes their ability to relax, does that not defeat the purpose of going to the hot springs?
Ah, so that's why it's just gonna be us 2.
I already disturbed their progress by coming to the festival. The last thing everyone needs is more distractions.
But aren't you under pressure too?
As you know, this body is hardly that fragile. It can operate for another 100 years with no issue.
You didn't deny it.
Mortals are weak in body and mind. If there is a choice of who to bear such a burden, naturally that person should be me.
What if you didn't have to worry about bothering anyone? Would you agree to go to the hot springs then?
What does it matter? The world is not so easily bent to one's will.
I'll take that as a yes. I have a pair of special coupons here. We can get to the bathhouse after the closing.
What clever verbal tricks, Traveler. It appears you've been spending too much time with Miko.
It's an honest offer.
You think you can get away with manipulating the Shogun? I wouldn't be so sure.
You'll go, won't you?
Persistent indeed. Very well. As you proposed, we shall set out at midnight.
We're just gonna chill here?
As I said, let's wait until midnight. You can attend to other matters in the meantime.
Okay. A late night dip with the Shogun. I might have went to like a whole day instead of just a couple hours to midnight. I'm just gonna pretend that it's still the same day.
Well, shall we head out?
Let's go.
All right. No reason to delay.
An option to refuse. I guess if you're not ready.
Steam replete with the scent of orchids. Water that turns the complexion a blushing pink. So, this is a hot spring.
She's never been to a hot spring before. But even more important question. I mean, I guess it's... Yeah, I'm like surprised that we're kind of in together. Well, maybe not. Maybe not as surprised. Because like I have seen images of this before the event appear. And I'm assuming people like kind of didn't mind it, but I wasn't sure whether they combined it or something or manipulated it, and that's whether this was official or not official, but I guess it is official. But yeah, usually you would have separate hot springs, and like I guess a more accurate scene would be like there'd be like a wall in between and we're just talking you know, behind the wall to each other. I feel like that's what I usually see in most anime that I watched, and not just like directly like sit right next to each other like this. But I guess this is how it would roll if Lumen was there. But I guess since it's ether, actually I wonder how this scene looks like with Lumen instead. But anyways, is it your first time here?
Yes, there are royal hot springs near Tenshukaku. But the plans were set in motion only after Hiragi Hiroshi introduced the Snezhnayan blast furnace to Inazuma, and that was 500 years ago.
And the other thing that is a bit weird about all of this is usually bath towels are not allowed in the hot spring like this, if it's like a public hot spring. It definitely would not retain its like the way it kind of covers her like that well. At least I wouldn't really know, because usually they don't allow you to bring it with you.
When the project was complete, I was already in the plain of Euthymia. And naturally, the body of the shogun has no need for such luxuries.
Hiragi Hiroshi.
The members of the Kanjo Commission were once friends with Makoto and the Kitsune Saigu. Although mere mortals, those who managed to survive back then were special individuals indeed.
What happened back then? Does it have anything to do with what's happening right now?
What makes you say that?
Look on your face.
Now I see why my officials claim that the hot springs facilitate conversation. Even I find myself divulging more than intended.
That's actually kind of true, because you're just sitting there and... Well, just sitting there, right? So all you really could do is talk.
You're correct. Following the dark disaster 500 years ago, a nightmare engulfed Inazuma. On a battlefield consumed in darkness, our soldiers fought against dark forces, creatures capable of possessing people and trapping them in nightmares. Even the Yumeko Ibaku could do nothing to wake them.
As awful as that sounds, it doesn't seem bad enough to make you this upset.
Perhaps not. The battle was intense. Those who stood up in defense of this land knew the chance of survival was slim. In the face of certain death, surely a nightmare is nothing to fear. But what if I told you this? If the person trapped in the nightmare was strong enough to overcome incapacitation, it would become a waking nightmare instead, the person would lose all capacity to distinguish dream from reality, perceiving everything in the real world as a continuation of the war.
Oh.
Every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. And every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. That is a far more painful nightmare, both for the person in question and those around them.
Yeah, that is pretty problematic, actually. If I haven't broken out of the nightmare yesterday, what would have happened to me? May must have been worried because then A must have been worried because what? Did it just repeat twice? It did. Did that happen to someone back then? Oh.
Yes.
And? What happened?
I unleashed Muso no Hitotachi and struck her down.
I'm sorry.
No need. I have no regrets. I know it was the right decision, both for Inazuma's sake and her own. If necessary, I would do it again.
Was it really not possible to snap her out of it?
Well, it's about time you two showed yourselves, yes? You've listened in long enough.
Oh.
Oh, it's you two.
Before you say anything, this part wasn't me.
Well, since the cat's out of the bag, how about a hot spring tea party?
Hey!
Ah, nice and warm. No wonder the hot springs relaxed your inhibitions, eh?
So who came up with this idea? I want the truth.
I guess both of us?
Well, I happened to consult a certain clinical psychologist about how to get an old friend to open up. In her expert opinion, doing something new with a trusted companion in a new environment can make someone less guarded. Looks like it worked like a charm.
Am I in the right hot spring? It's not often that, more people would jump in like this when there's, opposite gender in the hot spring, but okay. I understand the reasoning, but why not do it yourself?
It's one thing to trust that Miko has good intentions, but would you let your guard down around her?
Good point.
Your concern is misplaced. I kept these matters to myself because I was unsure whether this incident is connected to the past, and I did not want to interfere with the investigation.
Wait. Kind of want to post this. Because someone posted the one of Lumen in this particular situation. I was like wondering whether it would be different if it was Ether, but it's like, I guess no different. I guess the situation is the same if you're using Ether.
If the investigation reached an impasse, or new clues pointed to the nightmare from back then, naturally, I would have discussed this intel with you.
Intel, huh? It appears you still don't understand why I wanted you to open up in the first place.
Help! Help me!
What was that?
Sounds like it came from outside. Let's check it out.
Everybody would have to get dressed up pretty quickly. That was a very short-lived hot spring visit.
Oh no! Someone's unconscious!
Is it the nightmare?
It seems different in some respects. Step back and allow me to examine her.
She's awake?
What's going on? Almighty Shogun?
What happened just now? What frightened you?
Shogun,
It's all right. With the Shogun here, nothing can hurt you. Just take a deep breath and tell us what happened.
I almost fainted again just now.
Is that what happened earlier? You fainted?
Yes. I was on my way to Uyu restaurant. And as I was crossing the bridge, I saw someone staring at me from behind a tree. It was hard to make out their appearance in the dark, but I had a bad feeling. So I tried to get a closer look in the moonlight. And it was me! In that moment, I thought about how people who see their doppelganger usually end up dead, and I fainted from the shock. I don't remember anything after that.
A doppelganger in Inazuma City. But we only detected traces of the nightmare around Mount Yogo.
I heard that people encountered doppelgangers at Mount Yogo too! Could it be the work of some terrible yokai?
Don't worry about that. The strongest yokai in Inazuma are all right here.
Now that we have an understanding of the situation, why don't I take you to the police station to file a report?
Okay.
The situation is getting worse. If the doppelganger is limited to the festival grounds, that's one thing. But appearing on a random street in Inazuma City...
On the bright side, the victim seems okay this time.
Bad news, Shogun!
A Tenryo Commission official? What's wrong?
Another victim! At the festival! Kappa is trapped in a nightmare!
What?
But Sara and the others were keeping watch.
Make haste. Back to Mount Yogo at once.
One thing that's fishy about the girl is she didn't get hit by like a nightmare, right? She just fainted?
Kappa! Kappa! Excuse me. Let me take a look.
Mizuki! Traveler! Finally, you're back!
Shogun. Well, it's mine. Tenryo Commission failed to protect those under our charge.
Now is not the time to cast blame. Did anyone witness the attack?
No. We failed you. There's no trace of the enemy.
We split up for just a second, and the next thing we knew, he was on the ground.
Oh, it must be some terrible yokai.
Other than the Bake Donuki transformation, there's no trace of the yokai power at the scene. It's almost like the culprit's methods are getting more sophisticated. Doppelganger in Inazuma City also seemed to appear without warning. Wait, there was a doppelganger in Inazuma City? Yeah, seems like it. Doppelgangers, nightmares, Inazuma City, Mount Yugo.
How is he, Mizuki?
It's strange. I can't perceive his nightmare. It's almost like he's not there at all.
The yokai! It must be getting stronger! Kappa, oh, please don't die.
It's my fault. She had anticipated the culprit's might resort to more sophisticated methods.
No, it was I who underestimated the enemy. I who allowed us to continue the festival despite the potential dangers. Sarah, what is the status of the other contestants and staff?
All normal. I asked the Yashiro Commission to move them to a secure location just to be safe.
Good. By decree of the Shogun, I declare that the Mikawa Flower Festival is...
Wait.
What is it, Miko?
You're being too hasty, eh? I understand your concern for the people, but I urge you to think this through, or we risk playing into the enemy's hand. Considering your history with nightmares, you have better cause than anyone to exercise caution. But do you truly believe that what we're facing now is just a nightmare?
Explain.
Call it intuition. If you want the truth, perhaps Doshin Shikanoin could shed some light. I believe there's been a break in the case.
You flatter me, Lady Guji. I do have a few ideas. Up to this point, we only detected traces of the nightmare creatures around Mount Yogo. Now a doppelganger appears in Inazuma City. Those are two different things, right? There's no way they could be in two different places so quickly. Our original thought was the culprits infiltrated the venue to evade capture. If so, there would be no reason for them to risk exposure by continuing to change form. Rather than concluding that nightmare creature on top of everything has the ability to disappear without a trace, I think there's a different possibility. It's a different person. It's a psychological phenomenon. The nightmare creature and doppelgangers are different identities. And so that's why their methods are so different. They have separate goals. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't think it's the same person based on what we learned so far. That's right. The entities appear at the same time and place. That's why the Tenryu Commission conflated the two at first. But if we ignore the nightmare creature and look at the doppelganger incident in isolation, the culprit's motive is clear. The escape I don't think the escape catcher occupy Inazuma. They're technically already here. I think their goal is to cause panic, because right now they're not really harming the people, they're just scaring people, right? Usually when you tell people scary stories, it's just to kind of manipulate them to not do certain things. Like if you tell that there is a ghost at school, then people are kind of too scared to, visit the school at night when they shouldn't be there at night in the first place, right? That's why we have stories like this. So it feels like they're trying to cause panic, but I don't. But the folktale about doppelgangers did cause people to panic. Must be the culprit's goal. Are they trying to stop people from going to the festival? That's right. Because the folktale about doppelgangers, the culprit was able to incite panic without attacking anyone at all. But after the Tenryu Commission secured the venue, the culprit appeared in Inazuma City, so the panic would spread. But when's the end goal? Panic doesn't seem like enough of a motive. Somehow I feel like I'm in the middle of like a Scooby-Doo episode, and the the ghost is not real. But there is a yokai involved. That's right. Panic is a means to the end, but I think the shift to Inazuma City proves something. Wherever they go, terrorizing one location wasn't enough. And since Inazuma City is their new target, the person they're impersonating at the festival should be absent. Unless the culprit found a way to cover their tracks and incite more panic by leaving behind a stand-in.
Kappa is made of wood?
No wonder I couldn't sense the nightmare.
It wasn't an actual person.
I see. So the doppelganger infiltrated the festival as Kappa and is currently hiding in Inazuma City. Is that correct?
They'd say it was the kids. Wouldn't know it was the kids. Not just that. Placing one person was enough. If multiple people were replaced at once, they can cover each other. Didn't get to see each other much during the test of courage.
Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting weird.
So is all three of them all fake? This kind of transformation is said to have a particular weakness. If the subject is frightened, the sky starts to crumble. Isn't that right, Yoko and Hitotsume Kozo?
It's a Bakedaniki tail!
Kikaku! Kikaku! Run!
Tetsunosuke?
They're getting away!
Aren't you supposed to be in Inazuma City?
And leave you two by yourselves? That's not the Tanuki way!
Yeah, because they could easily, look like a doppelganger pretty easily.
No fighting! Let's go!
Bakedaniki! Those little terrors! Come on, let's go after them!
Oh, obstacle course?
Paimon's had enough of these things! What even are they? More Bakedaniki tricks?
Oh, I'm not using my travel team. Okay.
Nothing's working! The humans are catching up!
Little rascals! Stop running!
You wish!
Transform! Stupid humans won't be able to recognize us!
That... What? Okay, these positions are weird. That's a real one? No, there's no way. Why would a torch be on top of a shrine? I hit. There you go. I mean, that's also weird too over here. Just in case. At this point.
You can't see me. You can't see me. I'm up on fire.
Tetsunosuke, you idiot! Don't tell them the three of us turned into bonfires! Hear that, Traveler? Bonfires! 3 of them! We'll show them, stupid!
Wait. Is that different from the torches? Okay, wait. Oh man, I can't change my party. troublesome. I kind of wish I have our archer. At least we still have Kazuha.
Follow the wind.
Oh my god, going up there is kind of annoying. Oh my god, just need to not fall. Such a weird position. Yeah, having an archer would be nice.
Into the wind.
Oh, is it just those three?
Ouch! Transform!
They're gone again! No, what are they this time? Some kind of stone or brick? Oh!
Oh, they're separate this time. I haven't done this for a long time.
Kichiro, protect us!
Save us, Tsukumo! We're almost rid of them.
That's enough. I will not fail the Shogun again because of you.
Ah! A Tengu! Tengu was flying! Tengu is a cheater!
Surrender now, and I will spare your life.
Tengu, why are you helping the humans? Tengu is a yokai!
Oh, they're like yokai that doesn't want people to like integrate with the yokai, like be friendly with the yokai? Those kind of people? Goff. My loyalty is to the Shogun. Humans and yokai are no different in my eyes.
Shogun? That's the leader of the humans!
Shogun sent people to steal our land! Shogun is bad!
Nonsense. The Shogun would never give such an order.
Calm yourself, Sarah. Let's hear them out.
Shogun sent humans to steal our home!
And the Mikawa Flower Festival! Shogun is making yokai serve the humans!
Serve the humans? He's not talking about the game development, is he?
Shogun even forced Great Baku Yokai to work all night!
Oh, you mean yesterday? That was my choice, actually.
Jeez, where are these ideas coming from?
I think there are some misunderstandings. Yeah, Kichibushi and the others weren't forced into anything.
Stay back!
Humans want to enslave us again!
Hold on. Something's not right. We should try a different approach.
Yeah, there's something like, above their heads.
I know what's wrong. They're trapped in a nightmare.
What are you doing? Trying to put Tetsunosuke to work?
Kinkaku doesn't want to stay up all night.
Servitude, enslavement? These might sound like ridiculous misunderstandings to us, but that is their reality right now.
So how do we break them out of their nightmare?
Despair and fear, where enemies lurk at every turn, devoid of even a single shred of light.
So, they're sleepwalking? How do we wake them up?
If we knew how, we would have done so back then.
Zuki?
Give us your worst! Kinkaku will never leave the Tanuki path! Kinkaku will die before serving you!
I may have a solution. I do?
Truly?
The nightmare... It's come from the abyss. There's something I could try. Can I absorb it?
What are you doing? No, don't!
The humans are everywhere. We can't hide forever.
How long have we been hiding? 100 years? 500 years?
No idea. If Yoroi was still around, he would remember.
Shh, quiet! Someone's coming.
This is a fine piece of land. The grain yield should be exceptional.
Remember to check for traces of yokai in the surrounding area. By order of the Shogun.
By order of the Shogun, we are to exterminate all yokai that cross our path.
Ah, so that's the nightmare.
Why so hasty? We should leave some alive. We can make them work their own land.
Hey, you know about the Mikawa Flower Festival, right? I heard 50% of the profit is going to the development fund.
Oh yeah, the festival for humans. And...
The festival for humans, and humans alone. The yokai have had their fun. It's our turn now.
Oh, so they thought it was like a trap.
That's right. We should put them to work. They're known for their transformations, right? Then the little monkeys can dance for us until they die.
No. How could they do that?
Quiet, or they'll catch us. What? What is that? Ah!
Hey, are you alright? Yoko, Kappa, I need help over here! Hold on! We're coming!
The yokai and the humans are unconscious?
The same thing happened to all of them?
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
This yokai can speak.
No, if we don't make it to the Mikawa Flower Festival, Boss Tama will be so upset. Boss Tama will eat us.
The humans are coming for us. We're gonna lose our home. What do we do?
We infiltrate the Mikawa Flower Festival. We scare the humans away and then they won't come.
But how do we get into the festival?
Boss Toma is the best!
How about we turn into those 3 yokai?
These memories, they belong to the Bake Donuki?
Traveler! Traveler!
Are you all right, Traveler?
I'm fine.
Where are we?
Huh? The nightmare is gone. You purified it.
Just my way of dealing with the abyss.
Humans! And a bunch of yokai!
The Mikawa Flower Festival! The humans are gonna... They're gonna... What were they gonna do?
Did they just forget? Looks like they're confused. Still seem wary of humans. That might have something to do with a long time in hiding. Hiding? You described the memories to the group. It's pretty convenient.
Oh, that explains all the boss tome of this and boss tome of that. That was the only thing they could imitate. Wait a second. Hitotsume Kozo and the others should be Akitsuyuge experts. But this time, Toma did all the work. Paimon can't believe we missed something so suspicious.
You're like Hazel if his skills only work in hindsight.
Oh, you're saying Paimon's deductive reasoning is Hazel level.
Yeah, more or less.
Based on your description, Traveler, it's possible these Bake Danuki have been in hiding for 500 years. Sounds like they know Ioroi, too. Why don't we ask him? It's not far.
The protector of the grove. It's been 500 years since our last meeting. Sarah, Hazo, return to the festival to keep watch. The doppelganger incident has been resolved, but the threat of the nightmare remains. I will handle the meeting with Ioroi myself.
Yes, Shogun. I don't know what Ioroi has to do with all of this. But I guess we're gonna find out soon. They've been hiding for 500 years?
Oh, keep it down. Bringing all these people at this hour. Don't you know even statues need to sleep? Shogun! I bow before thee. No, wait, shoot, I'm still a statue. What should I...
All is well, Ioroi, hidden protector of the grove.
Never seen Ioroi so afraid.
Ah, that would be because when Ioroi tried to pluck a Nakuweed from the Imperial Garden, A nearly split him in two, Yashiori Island style.
Oh yeah, that would be scary.
You meddlesome kitsune.
Ioroi, I wish to ask you something.
Anything, Shogun. Absolutely anything. It is my honor to answer.
Suck up.
You could have at least slowed down a little. It took forever to convince them to come with me.
Oh, it's Ioroi! The humans really did kill you! Your body is stone!
Dang, they're so behind the times.
Huh? I am not dead!
Not dead? The Kitsune spoke the truth?
This smell is Ioroi! Ioroi is alive?
Ioroi? The humans really did seal you away!
Wait, this must be Kinkaku, and Tetsunosuke! You weren't sealed away?
When the humans, Kabuna Harunosuke, came to hurt us.
We ran and hid. The humans searched and searched. So many friends couldn't move. Our yokai powers were getting weaker.
So we decided to escape the human just as the great Bake Danuki Tsukumo taught us. By digging a hole in the ground!
That's when we uncovered a horn filled with yokai power. It was the will of the great Bake Danuki Kichiro made manifest.
Oh, that can't be good.
Our power. And then we made the human go, oh, ching, yeah, yeah.
Oh, and by ting tune, yeah. You mean?
We tricked him and ran.
So, you didn't actually beat him up at all?
We've been using the horn to hide ever since. But there are too many humans. It's getting harder to hide.
A horn full of yokai power. Could that be the source of the nightmares? The reason the Bake Danuki are so afraid of humans? If the horn contained the fragment of a nightmare, using its power to hide would spread the nightmare to them. That means the Bake Danuki have been trapped inside this state of anxiety for 500 years.
They were in a nightmare for 500 years? Oh, God.
Ha! I could have told you that nothing good would come from that horn. Using external power is against the Tanuki path.
We strayed from the path?
But the horn helped us hide from the humans. The humans tried to take our land.
On the contrary, the purpose of the investigation was to determine in advance if yokai were present on the land in question. Whether we avoid encroaching on yokai territory altogether or attempt to reach a mutually beneficial agreement, a peaceful resolution was always the goal.
Oh, really?
Wait, that is what the humans said back then, isn't it?
By order of the Shogun, if yokai live here, we need to discuss the proposal.
But now remember the actual true version?
Kinkaku Tetsunosuke. Not all humans are bad. Yellow Fur over there helped me a great deal, you know.
Besides, the Bake Danuki were only sealed away back then because Yoroi stole that comb.
Yoroi? It's a thief? Yoroi got what he deserved.
How was I to know it was used to make sacred Sakura Daifuku? I gave it back, didn't I?
So the humans were mean for no reason?
Well, if you must know, the young human and I fought. I was perhaps a tad careless, so I conceded the match. Anyway, the point is, neither side is bad.
There he goes again, changing the subject when it makes him look bad.
Now you know. No human is trying to harm you.
So, it was all a nightmare.
500 years in hiding? For nothing.
It was a 500-year-long game of hide and seek. What's so bad about that? Besides, you won.
Huh? We won? Go us! We're even better than Yoroi.
They changed pretty quickly.
Hey, my game of hide and seek isn't over yet.
Wow, the mind of a Bake Danuki is something else. Still so cheerful even after all that.
That nature is what isolated them from the worst effects of the nightmare and prevented them from causing any real harm. But a nightmare that's still affecting people after all this time? Who could it belong to? A horn buried under Mount Yogo.
Feel like I heard a legend about that.
Tainted by darkness, the Oni warrior raised her sword against the almighty shogun. Losing an arm and a horn to the shogun's blade, she fled into the forest, never to be seen again. A trusted lieutenant fighting against the forces of darkness, she was once devoured whole by a beast from beyond this world, with the body of a tiger and the tail of a serpent, until she tore the creature apart from within. Thus she earned the name Chio the Tigerbite, or Tora Chio.
I don't think Chio would like that name. Though she escaped the belly of the beast alive, that battle never left her.
I guess that nightmare happened to her then.
She saw the memories of her fallen comrades everywhere, slaughtered one after another, until she could no longer distinguish dream from reality.
Nightmare doesn't incapacitate someone with sufficient strength. It turns into something even worse. That's the friend that she had to take down. I wonder where I heard that story before. I don't heard it before.
The nightmare twisted every joy in her life, her subordinates, family, and friends, into enemies in need of destruction. It was in that state, trapped in the battlefield of her mind, that she raised her sword against me on Mount Yogo. With the Muso no Hitotachi, I cut off her arm, one of her horns, and a portion of the mountain itself. I suspect that is when the horn in question was buried there.
And subsequently uncovered by 3 Bakedanuki. That means the fragment on the horn comes from Chiyo's nightmare.
Nightmares feed on fear and anxiety. If what the traveler saw is true, it's possible Kinkaku and the others' fear over the past 500 years allowed the fragment to gain physical form and become something akin to a Jibakure.
Jibakure?
An earthbound spirit. They move through the ley lines, but are also bound by them. That's why the traces of this entity appeared intermittently and never outside of Mount Yogo.
It would seem the fragment of this nightmare is no different from the one back then. It hates all joy and every good thing in this world. The investigation team working for a better future? Attacked. Hitotsume Kozo and his friends, kind enough to lend a helping hand? Attacked.
Yeah, and we were attacked too! Right when we were having fun with the playtesting.
So why hasn't it appeared since? It's been 500 years.
Perhaps it needs to regain strength after your defeat. Or perhaps it is biding its time because it knows, with whatever rationality remains, that it cannot defeat you. But sooner or later, its twisted hatred will force it out of hiding, and it will move to strike its enemies. When Chiyo set her sights on a target, she was never one to waver.
Oh.
But both possibilities prove something. Nightmare fragments can be defeated, and an enemy that can be killed is one that can be split in two by the power of Muso Ishin.
There's really no other way?
Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. A fragment of a nightmare tied to a severed horn. That is all that remains. The living must take precedent over the memory of the dead.
Even so, haven't to unleash the Mushu Ishin against her again? Would A really be okay? Suki said Archons suffer the same turmoil as the rest of us. Dead may be gone. That doesn't mean our emotions die with them.
Oh, who cares about the dead anyway? I'm just trying to look out for the living.
What is that supposed to mean, Miko?
Oh, I'm just concerned about our poor Bakedanuki friends.
Huh? What does that have to do with us?
The nightmare fragment has been tied to the Bakedanuki for nearly 500 years. Strike it down, and who's to say whether you take the lives of our poor friends along with it?
I beseech you, almighty Shogun, spare the young ones. It was just a momentary... oh, no. A 500-year-long lapse in judgment.
Miko, you speak the truth?
If you don't believe me, ask Mizuki and the Traveler. I'm sure they've encountered similar cases during their extensive travels.
Well, Oh! Yes. During my studies both in Liyue and Natlan.
I am part of this deceit now? Okay. Yeah, I definitely seen that happen before.
Then, what would you propose? This nightmare fragment is a constant threat to Inazuma. Should all other options fail, I will take action.
If the fragment's hatred toward the world comes from a nightmare, then the most logical option is to get rid of the nightmare itself.
Right! Can't you just eat the nightmare, Mizuki?
The Yumekui Baku already tried that 500 years ago. Even yesterday, When faced with the corruption of the nightmare, Mizuki could only mitigate the effects.
But, I mean, I can eat the corruption, right? The nightmare?
What was impossible back then is not necessarily impossible now. I think Mizuki has the right idea. If we cannot eradicate the nightmares directly, why not use this entity's tricks against it? Combat illusions with illusions. Combat nightmares with dreams.
Is that even possible?
Don't forget, there are yokai that specialize in shape-shifting and illusions, and they happen to be right in front of us.
Where? Kinkaku doesn't see them anywhere!
Maybe they're hiding as trees? Or the wind?
They're not that smart, are they?
Fools! The kitsune is clearly referring to the Baketanuki. Tetsunosuke, Kinkaku, must you be so dense?
Given their centuries-long connection to the nightmare fragment, they are perfectly positioned to create a dreamscape that the entity will be unable to distinguish from the real world.
Back then, the nightmare had little to no weaknesses. If we want to give the Bakedanuki an opportunity to strike, I assume you have a plan, Miko?
You said it yourself. Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. All that remains is a fragment of her nightmare, already broken and vulnerable. Besides, Mizuki is an old friend, one that is not to be underestimated. She has traveled the land studying dreams and is far more capable than those old fossils back then.
Oh,
Not gonna say anything?
she just usually doesn't compliment me to my face. But Miko's right. If we work together, I'm confident we can put together a ritual to subdue the nightmare fragment.
Once we perform the ritual, it will take some time for the barrier to take effect. Luckily for us, we have two formidable warriors on our side. Our festival representative, who also happens to have extensive experience against dark forces, and the almighty Shogun, unmatched in combat. I'm sure the two of you can buy us some time.
There's just one problem. Since this entity can pass through the ley lines, its movements are unpredictable. If we're going to create a barrier, how can we be sure it appears where we want?
The solution to that is obvious. If the nightmare fragment despises all sources of joy and happiness,
They're gonna be at the festival.
then naturally a joyous occasion would be an evil beyond measure. An enemy that must be annihilated at all costs.
So, if we want to lure it out...
We need a source of joy, then the obvious target would be...
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
What joy could possibly compare to finishing one's work right before the deadline?
I would imagine we can all think of a few. But I agree. The Mikawa Flower Festival is the most plausible target. Once the enemy appears, I will pull them into the plain of Euthymia immediately. I will not put the people in danger. Traveler, I ask that you join me there so we can subdue the enemy together.
Of course.
All right. I will update everyone back at the festival and start the preparations for the ritual. I'll need your help, Mizuki. It's going to be a busy night.
Looks like an all-nighter for me.
Well, this was your idea. Oh, and don't forget, you need to finish a little fox's daydream as well.
And in a surprising twist, you were my nightmare all along.
Some way to put it. Because definitely a good schemer.
Well, Ioroi, as I see it, you've been punished long enough. It's about time you were released.
Released? I can do that myself anytime I want. This statue keeps me warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Don't interfere.
Yoroi is the best!
Besides, the seal's power is almost gone. What I really want is for you to help me give that sneaky kitsune a piece of my mind.
Ioroi, she's already...
Not so fast. I won't be fooled by your tricks again. Whatever you were about to say, she can tell me herself, instead of sending some young kitsune to hoodwink me.
Man, I'm trying to remember his history. I think it's her, like, master that turned him to a stone. And he doesn't know that she's gone.
Great yokai really wasn't forced to work all night?
That's right. It was my choice.
Why does great yokai have to work?
I suppose it's just the price of becoming a great yokai.
Great yokai? Gingaku is sad for you.
Great power holds great responsibility. Yeah, she's just trying to help out. Just because she can. It just means a lot of work sometimes. Wait, eh? Is she ready for this?
Traveler, during the battle tomorrow, it is imperative you know your limits. If the enemy proves too much to handle, leave them to me.
But
I know. I understand your concerns, just as you know mine. We need not say any more than that. Just get some rest and prepare yourself for the battle to come.
okay. Get some rest, eh?
One more thing. Thank you.
Still beholding illusions. Wow, part 2 was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Thinking that each part would take an hour. This one part took like a whole 2 hour. I think as long as the next part is not as long. I mean, I feel like at this point we know what to do, right? So it can't be that much longer. I feel like it's just a battle and festival left at this point.
All right, it's finally time for the festival. Hopefully everything goes okay. Do you think everyone completed their games? Let's go check it out.
I assembled all the key information into booklets. Liturgy and the incantations for the ritual has been distributed along with them.
Remarkably efficient, Ayato. How are things with the Tenryo Commission?
Yeah, we adjusted our defensive efforts in response to the Nightmare Fragment. Now that we no longer need to worry about the doppelgangers, we can be much more efficient.
Oh, you're all here.
And with your arrival, we can be even more confident in the strength of our defenses. Nevertheless, we must remain vigilant. We must do our part to give the NoukonNeko and the Shogun the best chance against the enemy.
Well, it's a relief to have you all in our corner.
Wait a minute. Where's Ayaka? Hehe. With the festival preparations complete, we have everything covered over here. Ayaka is currently helping those in need, you could say.
Those in need?
Most of the game development teams are short in manpower, so Ayaka and the others are helping them out.
I'm sure you'll run into her as you walk around. Oh, and just a reminder, you need to select the best game later tonight. Most importantly, don't forget to enjoy yourself. We need this event to be as joyful as possible if we want the plan to work.
Oh, I almost forgot about that.
Once you're done experiencing the festival, you should check in with A.
Still surrounded by thunder. Kind of, multiple locations. I could talk with all the teams. It likes to kind of like stand pretty far away from everybody.
Ah, Captain. Swordfish 2, salute.
Wow, it's been a while. I would say the squad is a little reluctant to help at first, but telling them that you were the festival representative had them moving faster than the actual swordfish. Than an actual swordfish.
To be honest, some Watatsumi Islanders aren't too concerned about the festival or the safety of Narukami Island.
But if they knew it was for the captain of Swordfish 2, I'm confident everyone would be here in a heartbeat.
Not sure if I deserve the level of loyalty. Doubt you have a choice at this point, NoukonNeko. Not even the words of the Divine Priestess is enough to convince the people of Watatsumi Island and the Narukami Islands to let go of the past. It takes time to communicate. Time, communication, and more importantly, the help of very special people. Your representative at this reputation in this festival and my collaboration with Mizuki will serve as bridges between Watatsumi Island and the outside world.
Huh. I never considered that angle. You possess wisdom beyond your years, Kokomi. On par with a certain other shrine maiden I know.
Oh, she's talking about Miko?
Mizuki! Did you get any sleep at all?
I'm fine. Sometimes you need to push past your mental limits to unleash your full potential. I've seen that many times in my line of work.
So that's a no then. Get a good night's sleep once this is all over.
I will. The good news is the ritual is all set. That means the festival can proceed, and we can focus on realizing our vision. As for the more pressing matter, once the nightmare fragment appears, we will begin the ritual, but it needs time to take effect. You and the Shogun are the only ones who can subdue the enemy until then. Do you remember what I told you yesterday, before you left for Isa Bathhouse? Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion, and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy.
I remember.
Good. I trust you won't let the Shogun shoulder this alone. Not anymore.
Yeah, not this time. Hey, Ayaka. I got mail. Well, because of a new day. Oh, because of this event ending soon? Thanks for the reminder. That's why I'm on it. Let's have Ayaka talk to Ayaka. She'd be so surprised.
Don't you think this puzzle is a bit too complicated? If we make this small adjustment, it'd be a lot easier to understand, don't you think?
You're right. I never thought about it that way.
Nice one, Ayaka. I knew you'd be a great addition to the team.
Oh, no. You two did all the hard work. You made it easy for me.
Hello.
Oh, when did you get here?
Just now! Seems like you're a natural, Ayaka. A real game developer at heart, huh?
You talk about wanting to create a game the day before yesterday.
Oh, you remember that. Well, Brother had everything covered, so I asked Yoimiya if she could use a hand. I'm just glad I didn't turn out to be an inconvenience.
Inconvenience? We were in such a jam. You saved us.
In a jam? Because jam is sticky, and we got stuck.
Not that kind of jam. But it doesn't matter. We just need to get this done.
Traveler, Lady Guji told me about the upcoming battle. As I understand it, this is an extremely dangerous endeavor, and the rest of us can only help from the sidelines. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Be careful.
Thank you, Ayaka. Always so thoughtful. Wait, I forgot if I could actually keep talking with them. Alright, NoukonNeko. Get the hard stuff covered, so let's give this our all.
How did you sleep last night, Sayu? Do you need a break?
I think I can push through just this once. I'm sure I'll still get taller.
Great Mujina Yokai! Good luck!
I want to talk over here too. Oh, I wanted to ask, do you know what the strip paper is for?
Oh, Miko wrote that. She can explain it better than me. Why don't you ask her?
I think I'll ask someone else. Yeah, you read this.
Dog is afraid?
Yeah, Miko. Let's see, the god of thunder, heed our call. Okay, here's the last group. Oh, Toma, my bro. I heard you're in the bind. The almighty Arataki, unbeatable, unmatched game dev team is here to help.
The Arataki gang rules!
I'm not sure how helpful most of them will turn out to be, but at least I am a licensed game designer. She is? I'm so sorry, everyone. I was so focused on the game, I didn't notice Kinkaku and the others at all.
Not your fault. Bakedanuki are powerful. Even Shosei couldn't smell them.
Yeah, we didn't notice anything either. NoukonNeko? Paimon? Don't sweat the small stuff. I'm sure all Itsumi, Kozo, and those little fellas want is for you to honor the last wishes and finish what you set off to do. That was the beautiful boss, but the last wishes are used for the people who are, you know, dead. Yeah, they're not dead yet. Dead? As in the big sleep? The final curtain? The final hurrah? Genta, you copied down the wrong thing.
Longhorn Oni is stupid. Stupid Oni really helped make game?
Yeah. We'll see. But as you said, I'll try my best to finish what we started.
By the way, where are the real Hitotsume Kozo and his friends? And what about Tetsunosuke and the others?
After the three passed out, the Bakedanuki hit them in their home and kept them safe. Even under the influence of the nightmare fragments, Bakedanuki are kind of heart. That's actually kind of crazy. Because, you know, initially they thought they were enemies and they still helped them out. As for the Tatsunoke and the others, they're in charge of setting the ritual as punishment for causing on the panic. Something about showing them that what it's really like to work through the night? Sounds like Miko's doing. Once you deal with the crisis, I think I'll get the whole gang together. Itsutsubi, Kojo, Yoko, Kappa, plus Kinkaku, Ginkaku, and Tosunoki too. We'll all play Iketsu Haparsum to our heart's content. Sounds like a good plan. Taking our spice up the final stage with the Kaboom King, designed after one and Oni Arataki Ito. I mean, come on, how epic are those horns?
Great idea, boss!
Something tells Paimon this group is about to be as useless as the one you had before.
Don't worry about hurting any feelings, Mr. Toma. Just let us know if there's someone's being a nuisance. I'll knock sense into them.
Hornless Oni? He's as scary as ever.
Cookie Strong. She's the secret leader of the group. It's fine, as long as Ito's okay with the Kaboom King being defeated by the Harprostum in the end. Okay. Guess it's time to see A. Actually getting darker. Is there like no other way up there? It's a short climb. Why did that just suddenly appeared?
Ah, it's you. Before battle, it is imperative to calm the mind. If you have unfinished business, see to that now.
Think I'm ready. And you are. I'm set.
Then, come meditate with me.
You seem unsettled.
Since leaving the plane of Euthymia, I seem to experience this feeling more and more, whether in the markets of Inazuma or before the sacred Sakura.
Seem to have a hand on a lot of those. I'm sorry.
No, it may not be a bad thing. In the plane of Euthymia, I could not perceive the consequences of my choices, but that did not preclude their impact. It is only natural that I would feel their effect one day. Even a god cannot sever the link between cause and effect. I have come to realize that isolating oneself from all engagement is no way to reach a true state of euthymia. I will not unleash Muso no Hitotachi this time. I can only support you in the battle ahead, using illusion against illusion, dream against nightmare. The ultimate success of this plan comes down to you, traveler.
This is a last-minute plan. We don't exactly know what we're about to face. It could all fall through at a moment's notice. But one thing is for sure. This time you will not face her alone. Yeah, it was a piece of her, but I guess I've probably have grown, right, to be very similar to what she had to face back then. Phew, just in time. And it's done. Woohoo, right on time. Big does for the team.
The Arataki Gang rules!
What in the... Oh, it's coming. Don't panic. Just follow the plan.
Prepare yourself, traveler.
Already done.
All right, follow me.
During combat, you will attain new combat techniques, parry, Veilbreaker, when using a defensive attack. Oh, okay. Scar parry the enemy. We've done this before. In like the first day. Yeah, it seems to be mostly the same.
To think, there would be a day when we would fight in the plain of Euthymia, side by side. Be on your guard, traveler.
God of Thunder, heed our call!
Ouch. Oh. Okay, I guess we're just trying to just avoid them. I guess it'd be more interesting that they did this, because if I was able to fight them with my whole team, this would be done so quickly that it didn't matter.
Shatter the night, unmask it all.
Ouch.
With your might, let illusions fall.
We have the advantage. Time to strike.
Wait for A to attack. Oh, that's her attack. Okay. I'm waiting. Anytime, eh? Oh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay.
I lend you my power.
Ooh.
I grant you the Shogun's blessing.
Oh, that was easy.
God of Thunder, heed our call.
Shatter the night, unmask it all.
With your might, let illusions fall.
Fighting illusions with illusions.
Makoshi-sama! Makoshi-sama! Are you okay?
We thought you'd been eaten alive by that beast.
Mother!
Do what you must. Just save her.
This nightmare, it's beyond our skill to heal.
A nightmare. It felt like an endless nightmare.
Sleep in peace. This time, only sweet dreams await.
Hey. Night falls, the games are complete. The
For many
Mikawa
of us,
officially
I'm sure the last few days have seen unforgettable
begins?
levels of stress and fatigue. But for now, I hope we can put the past behind us and enjoy a night of pure, unadulterated fun. Now, before we kick things off, our representative will announce the award for Best Game.
The award for the best game goes to... The Epic Quest for the Fried Tofu. It's a little fox's daydream.
Woohoo!
Miss Mizuki, that means our collaboration can... Oh, she's too tired.
Full.
Can't even celebrate. Can't wait until you're fully rested.
The winning team will take home a sum of prize money courtesy of the Yashiro Commission, along with the Tanuki Game Award. In addition, our special guest has the honor of announcing a special award. Shogun, if you could.
This special award recognizes the team with the most immersive game. And that goes to the creators of the horror game, The Doppelganger Incident. Kinkaku, Ginkaku, and Tetsunosuke.
The horror game?
So it was a horror game all along! I really thought I'd seen a ghost.
Well, that's the way to play it.
Wow, that takes immersive to a whole new level. Baketanuki are something else.
Ah, smart idea. Now the people have no reason to fear the yokai. I don't think the Shogun and Lady Guji want the yokai to fear humans either.
I present you this award in the name of the Narukami Ogosho, and I promise you this. No human shall infringe on your peace without cause.
Shogun is the best!
Shogun is the best!
What about the Shogun's development plan?
The whole purpose of the investigation was to avoid disturbing yokai territory. Besides, the world is a big place. Humans, yokai, there's more than enough room for all of us.
For sure. Still surrounded by thunder. That's the kiss by do. There's a third one. But I'm not completely done. Like looking at time. I mean, the third one was kind of short compared to the second. Maybe this will be short too. Oh, wait, before we go.
Though there were misunderstandings, wariness, and even hostilities along the way, we still ended up with a celebration in the end. Seeing the Baketanuki together with all these humans and yokai. It's a moving sight indeed.
Speaking of the Baketanuki, where are the Kinkaku and the others?
Miko took them to Mizuki so she can check them over. We needed to make sure the disappearance of the nightmare fragment did not have an adverse impact on them. After all, you claimed striking down the nightmare could endanger the Baketanuki. Unless that was a lie?
Of course it wasn't. Just a precaution. Wait, this is actually part of the festival? Trying to grab that. Arataki gang. Hot springs. Okay, yeah, so these are some unique dialogues for the festival after all. I was like thinking that like they're not really voiced though.
All good. That Yumekwi Baku lady already looked us over.
Or I guess some are.
Woke up once the nightmare fragment was gone. It felt like one big, long dream. Sorry we couldn't help you with the game, boss.
Don't worry about it. Besides, there's still time. Why don't you try the Ketsu Hyprosta and let me know what you think?
Let's kapow together!
Ooh, sorry. That came out of nowhere. Whee. Is that mostly everybody? Are you still nervous? Phew. The Usher Commission said they took care of the stall for me for a few days. What do you know? They done pretty spiffy work. Everything's spick and span. And it's like nothing's untouched at all. Wait, I don't think I talked to...
Next time...
That's weird. I can't seem to understand the Bakedanuki anymore. Ah, some kind of spell must be wearing off. Although I think I got the gist. Let's get together again next time. Yeah, I forgot that you can't normally talk with them unless you eat a special something that lets you auto-translate. I don't think I talked to them yet.
Huh. We finished the game, but it feels like I'm forgetting something. Like our original goal.
Well, if you can't remember, it must have not been important.
Just let it go and enjoy the festival. All the games are super fun.
Bakedanuki spell! Prepare!
Okay, Ito. Ah, compadre. A little birdie told me you went to Isa bathing house last night. I'm getting the crew together and we're gonna go there to celebrate. You in?
But we were just there.
Yeah, but I bet you were missing a few people, yeah? Like Shinobu and Goro and you know, Ayato? Basically, boss heard about the trip and you know how he really wants to go. Anyway, once you've done perusing, come find me and we'll soak it up. Is it just a hot spring trip with the guys this time? It's probably just like a little cutscene then. Well, ready to get your soak on? I guess I'm ready. Ah yeah, next up, Isa Bathhouse. Following Ito's constant nagging, you head to the bathhouse once again. Aha, this has gotta be the hottest one. Let's see who could last longest. Who's in? Yeah, if you're that sad about it, how can I refuse? Listen, this isn't a sauna.
So warm.
Oh yeah, Paimon wasn't there last time.
Hey, don't fall asleep in the tub.
Oh, inside you. I forgot. It wasn't obvious that Sai was right there. Is the Shinobu not joining us? Aha, if you can't handle the heat. Goro, get out of the tub. My fur's so heavy, I feel almost dizzy. Yeah, I mean, it's really soaking. Hey, Sara's here. Hey, stop being so loud. On the other side. Ooh. Ichiro's as energetic as ever.
It's not good to get distracted during a match, brother.
Whoa, this game is getting heated. What's your next move, NoukonNeko? What do you two think? You know, I actually really like this. I kind of want to Take a screenshot of that. There's probably better images out there already though, but just try to have a copy just in case. I can worry about editing it later. Oh, but it probably has my ID on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like a clean image of it somewhere. Probably like in the wiki. Would take it slow, trying to consolidate my advantage. Or you could be aggressive. Taking risks isn't a bad idea. Oh, I just realized we're playing the trading card game. I haven't played that for a long time. I'm technically more of a slow and steady kind of player. Oh, very clever NoukonNeko. A decisive defeat. Concede. Oh, I won. Now, based on my random draw earlier, the next player should be Ayaka. Have fun, you two.
Oh, okay. Go easy on me, traveler.
Yato must have lost to me on purpose to give Ayaka more time to play. Always up to something, that one. Yeah, he sure is. But he's doing it out of like you know, care for his sister. So
Boss!
Understandable.
The Flower Festival was a huge success for us. We had 3 times more visitors than usual.
3? That's a
Based on what
lot.
we've made so far, I think we'll be able to make this much.
That's great news! We might even beat Yai Publishing House this month.
Oh, you look pleased about something. Having a party without me?
Oh, it's nothing.
I forgot to share some good news with you. 30% of the proceeds from the festival have been transferred to Yai Publishing House. We're expecting record profit this month. Don't you think congratulations are in order?
What?
Well, boss, I guess congratulations are in order. This is our 333rd time competing against Yai Publishing House in sales, and our best showing to date. 2nd place.
I guess in the end, Yai Miko always wins.
May this be a night of sweet dreams for all.
Still kissed by dew. Well, at least I knew it was going to be very short. Yeah, I haven't been in Inazuma for a really long time. It's been like a couple years, right? Ever since Samira came out. And then Natlan. Still probably one of my favorite places to be. Also finished today's daily. This is a new day. So I guess all we could do now is go ahead and grab my daily reward, and Catherine, and then we'll call it a night because it is a bit overtime. Not too bad this time around. Definitely have been like overtime before. Yeah, I definitely don't have any other time for anything else without it being overtime.
Thank you for
But with the event done, this pretty much sets me up for just focusing on Imaginary Theater and Spiral Abyss tomorrow. I heard Spiral Abyss is actually easier this time around, so it shouldn't be as hard as the last one. So that means I should finish that pretty quickly. Imaginary Theater. Ooh, I haven't checked Imaginary Theater, like whether I have all the characters for the highest difficulty, but I feel like I have a decent amount of roster characters work at this point, so I might be fine. Then I guess I don't have to worry about the flowers. Like the last time I did that, I thought you needed it for something, but I guess you didn't. Just for bragging rights. But yeah, so we have that upcoming. And I think it's still we'll have time for Mizuki's character story, probably on Sunday. And then sometime either on Friday or Saturday, we have our finale for Minecraft where we're gonna fight the Ender Dragon. So it's kind of the plan for the next few days. So Genshin and Minecraft. All before Monster Hunter Wilds appear. Well, I wouldn't say it before because technically it's appearing tomorrow night. But the one problem I have with Monster Hunter Wilds right now is something I'll probably mention later. Yeah, I'll probably mention that later. But I won't be too focused on Monster Hunter too much over this weekend. But anyways, it's late, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. And yeah, I'll see you guys for more Genshin and Minecraft in the future, probably. So thanks for watching, and see you guys around. NoukonNeko signing out. Bye. You know, I didn't actually mention about what my thoughts about the full story of the event was. And I think it's a lot lighter this time around. I feel like has been better events. But it's not too bad. It does answer some questions of A's past that I've been wondering about. I always wondered why she had to kill her friend with her own hands. Like I knew she was corrupted, but I didn't know the extent of why and whether she had no choice but to do that. And I could kind of understand now, because if she didn't kill her friend there and then, Brendan would have done a lot more damage. But even though it was a tough decision, it's definitely something, and she made the right decision, really. I feel like it's something that, definitely kind of hard for someone like A to get past. I feel like anybody would have trouble taking down a friend that they really care about, right? It's probably the last thing you want to do. But sometimes you just don't have a choice. I always wondered how that went down, and I kind of got a glimpse of that. So, in a way, I guess the sword was kind of bittersweet. And then everything worked out, but it's just, you know, crazy seeing how much people that he has lost in the past. I forgot. Sometimes I forget that she has so much people that she cared about, willing to lose them. And I almost feel like, you know, I'm all back in Inazuma's story again. Kind of makes you wonder how much more Genshin is there going to be. Because I feel like we're getting really close to the end of the game at this point, right? It's just one more like nation left to go visit. What happens then? It's in the end, every game's going to have an ending. It's just that Genshin has, you know, a longer lifespan than most other games. But at some point, they're going to have to stop. Because like once you reach the end, beat and discover like the, you know, the truth over this whole why we're here and what, you know, your sister's trying to do. Then something big would happen, right? But I guess we'll find out in the future. We'll see how that goes when we get there. And then I didn't want to talk too much about it earlier, but for Monster Hunter Wilds, I do want to play it this weekend when it comes out. But I know my current setup probably cannot stream it, which is the one thing that bothers me the most. It's already kind of struggling a bit already, just playing the game by itself. So definitely if I was to stream it, it's not going to go well. But I've been thinking of getting a new machine anyways, because I definitely really need an upgrade. Like my last laptop, that's actually better than my current computer. That one kind of died because I couldn't clean it properly. When I took it apart and cleaned it, it got clean, but I also like dislodged something that I shouldn't have dislodged. And I didn't know it was going to be that fragile, but that means the machine that I have to resort to at the end is, yeah, definitely outdated. It literally has a pretty good graphics card, but that's, you know, I guess also a decent amount of RAM, but still has a lot of limitations, and the main limitation is going to be a CPU, and that's where it's mainly throttling when it comes to Monster Hunter Wild. So yeah, I might play a little bit. I just have to do it off stream, sadly. Can't stream it on stream quite yet until I get a new machine. And most of the new machines I've been hearing about comes next month, so I kind of have to wait and see. Then after I get a new machine, then we can dive into Monster Hunter Wilds, and we'll have probably a little bit of progress already there, which isn't too bad. I think the other thing that is a big factor to all of this is I'm also going to be gone on like a very long trip for almost like a month. So even if I start Monster Hunter Wilds, I eventually will have to stop and not progress for a while anyways. So if anything, I might probably hop on to play with some friends that want to play it on launch, but other than playing with some friends when they're there, that's probably all I'm probably going to do for now. But yeah, I'll stream the things I can stream, which obviously is going to be Genshin and Minecraft. Luckily, these games are just a lot more lighter that I never needed much more power to play. But yeah, eventually games like Monster Hunter Wild. Oh, I could have actually played it on my Xbox. My Xbox can actually handle it. Series X for sure can handle it, but the problem is whatever progress I would do on the Xbox, I cannot transfer it to PC. So if I was to play on PC, I would have to start over, and that also means I'm playing twice for the game. And it's just for a short while too, so it just didn't make sense to play on the Xbox when I'm gonna get a new PC that would rather play it on instead. And also, I would worry about like the whole Xbox Live Gold, the Game Pass thing, which you have to pay. If it wasn't for the Game Pass, I would have willingly have played on the Xbox instead. But yeah, I just feel like I would be just sinking too much money on something that wouldn't be playing too long on. So yeah, I just spent a long time to figure out which platform to play. But overall, it seems like I'm just gonna have a new machine anyways. Once I do, man, all my streams are gonna be a lot more better for sure. But anyways, it's late, so thanks for hanging around. Good night. Bye bye.